I regret not running ads sooner. And that's exactly what I want to talk to you about in this video. There was so many opportunities for me to run ads, and there are so many ways that you can make money with ads, but I didn't do anything because honestly, I had a lot of false beliefs about ads. And that's exactly what we're going to get into today. Now, if you're brand new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Devin Thomas, and I am recording this from sunny South Africa. I just moved to Cape Town, having an absolute ball. I can literally see my beach from this boardroom, or not my beach, the beach, from this window that I have here next to me. And yeah, it's been completely amazing. So if you maybe want to learn Google Ads, if you're a business owner and you want to get started on this journey, I highly recommend you check out my free workshop for lead gen with ads. I'm going to link it down below, and I'm going to tell you more about it towards the end of this video. Now, where I want to start off is I want to talk about the regrets that I had. I've got plenty of regrets in my life, but one of my biggest business regrets was actually just not running ads. My first 2 years in business was hell on earth. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any clients. I couldn't find the right types of clients. So even when I found someone, they weren't interested in what I was selling. I was selling websites at the time, and it seemed every single business owner that I spoke to was completely not interested. I remember I had a conversation with one small business owner, and I asked him if he'd like a website. This is way back in 2016. It feels like I'm saying like 1986, but it's only 2016. And he literally told me that they don't even have a fax machine because their business is just powered on referrals, and he'd like to keep it that way. So I don't know what do I do with that information, but anyway, those are the types of people that I was speaking to on a daily basis. And to tell you the truth, not only was I not making money and not really getting clients, but also I was scared to spend money because I honestly believed that I could not afford ads. When I looked at the companies that were spending money on ads, I would see Coca-Cola, I would see Pepsi, I would see HP, I would see Microsoft, and I'd be like, I am just a broke guy trying to start a web design business. There is no way that I am going to prosper with this. Like, I didn't even have enough money to pay rent. How was I going to have enough money to be able to afford ads? So that was one of my biggest mistakes, because had I just tried in the first 2 years of my business, I'd actually realized that ads are actually pretty cheap. Now, if you're running newspaper ads or classified ads or TV ads, yes, they're expensive, because in that space, it's a mature market and everybody has to pay a certain amount to play in the space. But when it comes to digital marketing, when I'm talking about Facebook ads, Twitter ads, LinkedIn ads, Google ads, you can start from as low as $1 per day, which is exactly where I started. I started off with a $1 per day budget. You can start off with $5 per day. You can start off with $20 per day. And the best thing about it is you can kind of tailor your advertising campaign to suit your budget. I didn't know any of this, right? I just assumed if I'm going to advertise, it's going to cost me thousands of dollars, and I don't have thousands of dollars, so I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to look. And to my pleasant surprise, when I did start advertising, even with a $1 per day budget, $1, I still got leads. I still got people who are interested in web design, and I actually signed up a few clients even on a $1 per day budget. Completely crazy. And you might be saying, yeah, but Devin, that would never work right now. I literally just got a testimonial from a student who was spending $6 per day on her ads, and she just made a $3,000 sale. So even now, even in 2025, this is possible for almost any business to start off with Google Ads. Except if, of course, you're a lawyer or you work in finance and insurance. Don't come in there with 20 bucks per day to spend, or $100 per day, because you'll be wasting your time, right? But in most cases, you can actually still make a small budget work. So that was a big mistake on my side, and it's something I regret because I didn't have to do cold calling. I didn't have to be knocking on businesses' doors, and I also didn't have to be sending out pamphlets and all of that other crazy nonsense. I could have just woken up in the morning, switched on my laptop, set up my Google ad the right way, and the next morning when I woke up, I would have had leads in my inbox. So yeah, not very smart on my side. The second belief, or the second thing that held me back from advertising, was the ad gurus, honestly speaking. In 2016, there wasn't much information. And whenever I sat down to watch a marketing video on how to advertise or how to start digital marketing, these people were speaking just gibberish. I couldn't understand exactly what they were saying. They were talking about ROS, your CTR. You need to make sure you have the right bidding strategy. I'm like, listen, dude, I want to set up an ad so I can have leads. I don't even know what a ROAS is. I don't even know what audience segmentation is. And to be honest with you, the ad experts turned me off because they would make things that are actually very simple, super complicated by the way that they explain them. And then I would be like, I probably need a marketing degree to set up an ad. So what happened was that put me off. I was like, I'm not smart enough to set up an ad. I know that my customers are out there. I know that I want my ads in front of my clients so I can get the lead, so I can make money. But I don't know what a ROAS is and a target CPA is, and I don't know what a bounce rate is, and all of these fancy terms that they use. So that's why I started this channel. That is literally why I started this channel, because I wanted a place where business owners could go. The host, which is me, actually speaks English that we all can understand. And I wanted to show them how simple it is to basically start and run ads. And it worked, because as of the time of recording this video, I think we're almost on 400,000 views. So what that means is there's a lot of people who want to do ads, but they just want somebody who speaks plain English to explain it to them. So the second regret I have was thinking that advertising was only for smart people who had degrees. I didn't think normal people could do it, especially not normal people like me with small budgets. I thought you had to go to university, you'd have to understand data analytics and all of that stuff, when it's pretty simple. If you sat down next to me and you said, Devin, teach me how to run ads, I could basically teach you how to do it in 25 minutes. As a matter of fact, I actually have a video here where I show you how to set up your first search ad in under 20 minutes. It is that easy to start advertising. And like I said, with budgets, you don't have to spend an arm and a leg. You can literally just get started with 20 bucks a day, 50 bucks a day, see what your results are. And if you're starting to get leads and starting to get results, then you can start taking it serious. So that was my second regret, not thinking that I was smart enough to actually run ads. The third thing that really held me back from taking ads seriously and really like diving into the world of ads is most advertising courses at the time, they suck. Even now, most Google Ads courses, they really, really are so boring to go through. You watch the course and it's always somebody with a monotone voice. I don't know why, but it's always somebody who has the most boring voice and is like, so this is how you set up your ads. You have to go and you have to make sure that you have the correct conversion tracking enabled, and you also have to and within like 10 minutes, I'm already not interested in the course. And ad courses are long. We're talking about 18-hour-long ad courses. As a matter of fact, my own ad course, when I started it off, it was like 22 hours. And I've since chopped it down because I only want to teach people what they really need to know. I've since chopped it down to about 14 hours, which I still feel is too long. I want to be able to get it like below 10 hours, like maybe 8 hours. But what I've learned from creating a course is most business owners, they don't do all of it. they do 8% of the course, and that's enough for them to actually start running their ads. Well, at least that's what's happening in my ad course. I can't speak for other ad courses out there. But what put me off is, before I even did my own course, before I even knew ads, is whenever I tried to do a course on ads, they would throw so much information at you. It would be super overwhelming. And then you'd be like, man, I don't think I can do this. Like, they would talk about high level concepts. And the last thing you want to do when you're starting to learn advertising is learn the high level concepts. What you want to do is you want to break it down into small pieces, like, this is how you set up your ads. This is how you write your ads. This is what to say in your ads. This is the keywords you should use. Okay, so now you've set up your ads and now you're running it. Run it for 1 week and then come back to it. And this is how you look at your data. This is how you see if the ad is working. This is how you see if it's not working. That is not done in most Google Ads courses, in my experience. What most Google Ads courses do is they try and overwhelm you with information so that you give up and you end up hiring them as your marketing agency. So what they want to do is they want to word things so specifically, and they want to come, and it's not everyone. I think Darren Taylor's course is a super good Google Ads course because it takes you through the fundamentals. There's another gentleman called Sam Baldwin. He's got a very good Shopify ads course. If you haven't checked it out, it's super good. But on the whole, if I look at most ad courses, they're usually agencies, and they use the course as a pitch for the agency, which I don't have a problem with, but they try and teach it in the most difficult way so that you go, this is too difficult, I'm just going to end up hiring you. And that's what most people do. So they make it difficult, so you just end up hiring them and trusting them to basically run your ads. And what I wanted to do with my ads course was something different. Now, I realized I've talked a lot about this ad course. So if you're interested in my Google Ads course, you can check it out at the link in the description below. I basically show you how to generate leads that are high quality, profitable, cost effective, affordable. And I show you how to do it in under 30 days. And to be honest with you, if you spend 2 hours in my course, you'll know a lot more about ads than the average person. And you'll also feel confident enough that you can actually do it for yourself. So yeah, that's the third thing that really put me off, is the ad courses and the way they were structured. It made me feel like, man, there's no way I'm going to learn all of this. There's no way I'm going to be able to understand all of this. And what that did was, instead of me launching my ad within the first 6 days, I took 6 months, because I don't know why I had this belief. I don't know why I had this belief, but I honestly believe that I needed to know everything about Google Ads before I started running an ad. I needed to know what every single button does. I need to do all of the things, because I was so afraid of losing money that I figured out that if I know everything about ads, then I wasn't going to lose any money. Well, newsflash, I still lost money because I didn't know what I was doing once the ad was up. But this is me way back when in 2016, and I honestly believe that I had to know everything. Now, I've matured a lot as a business owner, as an advertiser, as an ads coach, and when somebody comes up to me, when one of the students comes to me and says, Devin, I feel super overwhelmed, because I've got a whole community where I basically interact with my course students. That's also important, by the way. Not only to have a course, but you need some sort of mechanism for people to ask you questions while they're taking the course, because it helps them grow and it helps them understand how stuff works. We all don't learn exactly the same way. So that's important to have as well. Just a side note there. But what I think really put me off is that I felt like I had to learn everything. And you don't. You literally need to know 3 things. You need to know how to set up your ad. You need to know how to fix your ad if something's wrong. And you need to know how to get your ad cost effective. Those are the only 3 things you need to learn about ads. How to set them up, how to get them cost effective, and what to do if something goes wrong. If somebody had told me that, I would have been so relieved. And when most of my students look at the dashboard, they're like, how am I ever going to learn this? I say to them, you don't. I don't even know all of this. I've been teaching Google Ads for 7, 8 years now. I don't even know what all the buttons do, but I still help people get successful results. I still help create winning campaigns that will make a lot of money for people. And the reason why is because I understand that the fundamentals, you can cover the fundamentals in 2 hours. You don't need 14 hours to learn the fundamentals. You can cover it in 2 hours. Sure, that other stuff is nice, but you're probably never going to use it. If you know which ad to run and you set it up correctly and you know how to optimize it and you know how to control your costs, you'll be perfectly fine. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking, man, I'm never going to learn everything in the ads course, and I've got so many courses that I'm trying to take and I'm not finishing them. The reason why you're finishing them is because they made those courses harder than they need to be. I would advise you to start running your own ads, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll cover that towards the end of the video. The fourth thing that I regret, and I think this is the root cause of everything I talked about in this video so far. The root cause of me thinking that ads are unaffordable, me finding ads being complicated and thinking I wasn't smart enough, me taking courses and giving up on them. The root cause was me thinking small. I was very blind to the fact that clients were already looking for me. They were already searching for my business. All I had to do was put my ads out in front of them. I thought that I had to be good enough. My business had to be good enough to start getting clients. I thought I had to be a multi-million-dollar business. And it's kind of crazy when you think about that logic, and it doesn't make sense these days, because why would you need to already have money to make money? Because then you would never have money, technically speaking. Every single business owner on planet Earth doesn't have money, and that's why they start a business. You don't have a big pile of money and say, oh, now I'm going to start a business. No, most of us are starting from scratch. So I was thinking pretty small. I said to myself, if I could get 5 clients, I'd be happy. If I can get 2 clients, I'd be happy. So I didn't need to learn advertising because all I needed was just 2 clients. I just needed 1 client. And that is completely a wrong way of thinking. What I admire a lot is I admire Grant Cardone, and reading Grant Cardone's books, especially the 10X rule, it really blew my mind, because he said that no matter what your target is in life, like let's say you want to earn $1 million, you're probably going to need 10 times the customers you think you need, and you're probably going to need 10 times the effort, the push to get to that $1 million that you think. And the target is wrong, completely wrong, because you should be aiming for $10 million. So what I started realizing is, if I'm going to have a successful business and if I'm going to have money coming in all the time, then I can't rely on just 2 or 3 clients. Do you think about it? Let's say you're having a barbecue, or let's say you're having a party in your house and you only invite 3 people. One of them is going to be busy. One of them is probably going to ghost you or blue tick you or be busy or be tired. And one of them is going to show up. So although you want 3 people to show up to your party, actually probably 1 is going to show up to your party. Now, if you invited 10 people to your party or your barbecue, maybe half of them would show up. Maybe 6 of them would show up. And that would be a good party. That would be an enjoyable night for you. But you should never think that you will have a 100% success rate. You should never also think that you can rely on 2 or 3 clients. It might have worked in the past, but I've seen business owners do this. They have 1 big contract and they're like, yeah, my business is fine. I got 1 big contract. I'm doing whatever it is that I need to do. And then all of a sudden they lose that contract and they panic, they freak out, they start wanting to run ads. They start wanting to do all of the things that they've never done in the past 4 years. And that's because you've built your entire business on just 1 client. You don't want to do that. So as I'm speaking to this camera today, I'm happy to say I've almost got 100 clients in my business in 2024. And these are paying clients that pay me. And it's absolutely beautiful, because when you start advertising, when you start thinking bigger than just, oh, I need 1 client or, oh, I need 2 clients, then all of a sudden you start pushing yourselves in ways that you've never dreamed of, and you actually start seeing the results that you want in your business. So if I go down to the root cause of everything, I would personally say that it was thinking small. Had I had thought a little bit bigger, I would have gotten so much further, so much quicker. I'm grateful for where I am right now, but I really should have nailed my marketing and my advertising when I was starting off. I should have focused on that first instead of worrying about trivial stuff like watching podcasts and, oh, is my email signature correct? And do I have the right size business cards? All of those things don't matter. What you need is you need a pipeline of clients coming into the business. And last but not least, what I want to do is I want to give you an action plan. So if you are watching this video and you're saying, hey, I just started my business, Devin, where do you think I should start out with this whole advertising thing? What I want to do is I want to give you 4 tips if you're starting out right now. And the first tip that I would give you is, if you don't have a product right now, if you're working your job and you're thinking about quitting it and doing ads full time, go and find affiliate products. Go into affiliate marketing. There is so much easy money out there because all you need to do is run ads with your own money for other people's products, and you can make sales. You can then use that money from your sales to either fund bigger advertising campaigns, or you can use that money to eventually leave your job and have a sustainable source of income. And if you have your own product, if you're a business, just start. You can start with $10 a day. You can start with $5 a day. You don't need a course. You don't need to go through 13 hours of training. Just start. The best way to learn ads is to actually do ads. So I implore you, start. Even if you're going to start with $3 a day, do it. See what results you get. You'd be amazed at how spending a little bit of money accelerates your learning, because now there's no safety net. You actually have to learn what you're doing because you're spending real world money. So make sure you start. The second thing that I do is I would go and I'd find a mentor. I would find somebody who's done ads before, somebody like me, or maybe some other YouTubers in the space, and I'd literally pay them to teach me how to run ads. So I'd already have my ad campaign set up, I'd already be spending money, and then I would get a mentor in the picture and I would show them, hey, my leads are very bad quality, what am I doing wrong? My product isn't selling as much as I thought it would, what am I doing wrong? And what's nice about a mentor is you can spend an hour on a Zoom call with them. He will give you, if he's a good mentor, he will give you some good instruction on where you're going wrong, on what you can improve, and you don't have to constantly spend this money. You like set up a coaching call package for 5 hours. So he teaches you everything you need to know, and after that you're on your own. And if you get stuck again, you just pay him again for another hour. And the nice thing about that is, once you start learning that way, once it becomes interactive, once there's a human being that's actually showing you what to do, it just accelerates things. It is so beautiful when that happens. I see it in my coaching students all the time. By the way, if you're looking for ads coaching, just write coaching down below and I'll send you a link to book a coaching call with me. But this is one of the cheat codes. It is one of the hacks if you want to learn ads pretty fast. So number 1, you want to make sure you set up your ads and start running them. Number 2, you want to find a mentor or a coach. Number 3, you want to invest back into learning. And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong. Once their ads are working, right, they then shift their priorities to other things. And it's perfectly normal. I mean, once your business is making money, you probably want to spend money or you probably want to do other things. But the problem is, some of the most powerful ads that you can find are also, sorry for the dog barking in the background. Some of the most powerful ads that you can find are also some of the most underutilized ads. I'm talking about retargeting ads. I'm talking about YouTube ads. I'm talking about custom segment audiences. These are the high level things. You need to go back and you need to learn those things, because those are the ad campaigns that people don't use, but they end up generating the most revenue, right? So number 3, you want to go back and you want to spend time learning the advanced marketing stuff. And that is my 3-step plan for you. And last but not least, don't be scared to fail. I was so scared to even lose $5. I was so scared to even lose $30. And now I can safely say I've probably lost, I don't know, $5,000 on advertising the wrong way before I learned how to advertise the right way. Am I upset about the $5,000? No, not really. Am I having sleepless nights about it? No, not really. That was pretty much school fees. It was pretty much the money that I needed to pay to become who I wanted to become in life. It was money that I needed to pay to have my business flourish and be successful. And it's going to be money that you have to pay. So no matter what anyone tells you, of all the proven strategies that you're going to use online, you're still going to lose money. It's inevitable. You are going to lose a little bit of money, and don't be scared. I know growing up, our parents told us that losing money was the worst thing in the world, but if you're losing money, but you're learning something that's going to make you a lot more money, it's actually worth it for you to lose a little bit of money. So have faith in yourself, believe in yourself. I trust you. I know you can do it. I'm even proud of you for making it to the end of the video. That means that you're somebody who's motivated. So I want you to believe in yourself that you can actually do this. And there's nothing wrong with failing along the way, as long as you end up being a success. So that was my video. Those were all of the regrets that I had when it comes to advertising. If you enjoyed it, let me know which part you enjoyed the most. And also what I want to do is I want to invite you to my workshop. Now, what I'm going to do in this ads workshop is I'm going to teach you how to use ads pretty simply. Even if you're not a computer person, even if you've never done this before, this workshop is exactly for you. And I am going to show you how to generate your first 100 leads using Google Ads. What I'm also going to do is, if you show up for the live webinar at the time of recording this video, I am basically going to reward you and give you a 2-hour mini course. And that mini course will teach you everything that you need to set up your ads. I'm going to include my setup cheat sheet. I'm going to include all of the settings that I'm using right now in my business as a bonus to you. And all you need to do is just attend the workshop. That's all you need to do. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you're wondering how I started learning ads, what I'm going to do is I am going to put this video over here so that you can learn more about running ads. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.